In this video, I'll walk you through an exercise called Composition and Value Sketches. This exercise is part of my Visual Art Fundamentals series where I share practical studies and techniques to help you strengthen your painting skills. If you'd like more tutorials like this, feel free to subscribe and follow along. If you're already comfortable with the basics, I'll also show you a few ways to increase the challenge and adapt the exercise to an intermediate level. To follow along, you'll need either a photo reference or an idea of what you'd like to paint or draw, paper, a pen or pencil, black and white paint, or another way to capture grayscale values. You could use colored pencils, graphite, or any other medium that will allow you to do this. All right, let's get started. Step 1. Divide your paper into two sections. Using your reference image and a pen or pencil, sketch the exact same layout in both sections of the paper. If you're a beginner, I'd recommend using a single reference image for this step. If you're intermediate, you can create your own composition. If you've never created a composition from scratch, I'll be sharing a video in the future about composition bashing, which walks through how to create your own designs for painting or drawing. Step 2. Regardless of if you are using a reference image or creating your own composition, add the most important elements and shapes of the image into your sketch, and don't worry about the little details. This step is just about laying out the major shapes. Once both of your sketches are laid out, begin painting the values of each of the major objects in the scene. For this step, I have a few recommendations. Number 1. Limit the number of values you are using. For my top image, I aimed to keep it at 5 values. Number 2. If you don't know where to start, look for either the lightest or darkest values first. Number 3. If you're having trouble parsing out the different values, try squinting your eyes. Squinting forces similar values to group together. If you're an absolute beginner and want to make this exercise a little easier, you can take a photo of your reference with your phone and adjust the photo settings so that it displays in grayscale. To make it even easier to not get lost in all the little details, you can also increase the contrast of the photo on your phone, which will make your darkest values darker, your lightest values lighter, and better group the middle values. If you're an experienced artist and want to challenge yourself, you can limit the number of values you're using for this exercise. 3 or 4 is a good number to aim for, but if you really want to get to the main idea of your composition, you can try just a simple black and white sketch. All right, now for the bottom sketch. For the bottom sketch, you will change the value structure of your image. You can take this as little or as far as you want. If you are a beginner, you could experiment with just changing 1 or 2 objects to be lighter or darker to see what it does to your composition. If you want to push yourself a little further, a few different value structures you could consider are high key, where you only use the lightest to mid values, low key, where you only use the middle to darkest values, high contrast, where you emphasize the lightest lights and darkest darks, or low contrast. For intermediate watchers, when you adjust the value structure, also consider the time of day and lighting. If sunlight is coming from a certain direction, ask yourself where it will illuminate objects or where shadows will be cast. For the bottom example in this video, I created a moonlit scene by reversing many of the values compared to the top image. The sky was pushed to a darker value, and the moonlit trees became much lighter. Personally, I still prefer the original top image, but that won't always be the case. For the example in this video, I used a strong reference image taken by a professional photographer. But if I was using a reference image I took myself just on my phone, without any further photo editing applied, exploring other value structures can be incredibly helpful for articulating what the purpose of the image is, because you can emphasize what's important and de-emphasize what's not. And that's it for this exercise. Remember, the goal isn't to create a finished artwork. The goal is to explore different design possibilities before investing hours into a painting. If you completed the exercise, I'd love to hear how it went or what you discovered while experimenting with different value structures. In the next videos in this series, we'll continue exploring the fundamentals of composition, value, color, and light. If you found this tutorial helpful, consider subscribing so you don't miss future lessons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.